Listen, McCooks, Mr. Bill, it's an honor to have you here. Southwest Nebraska makes up 10,000 square miles. And just so happens that there are 10,000 people in Southwest Nebraska. Yeah. In other words, there's one person for every square mile. In other words, we're not overpopulated, are we? And we like it that way. Be that as it may, each one of those 10,000 people, though, have a story. And here's one of them. I met him decades back. He was a teacher here locally, and a very good teacher, to say the least. He was liked and respected by the young people as well as the area in general. You bet. He had a good, very solid reputation. I visited with him a number of times. One time he told me about that he had been drafted. He went to Vietnam. And he said when he got over there, he said one of the terrifying things he had was, would he be able, in a combat situation, be able to kill another human being? That was what he was worried about. Okay. And he said had a number of firefights, if you will, shooting into the jungle, and the jungle seemed to be shooting back. But he never saw that he had ever hit anybody. But he said he was out on a patrol, and he said off to the side he saw the grass and a mound raise up, and a Vietcong was coming out of a tunnel. The old Vietcong had an AK-47 strapped to his shoulder, and turned halfway, and the Vietcong saw him the same time he saw the Vietcong. And so it was who could get to the gun and get the safety off and fire first, was what it was all about. He didn't even raise the gun to a shooting position. He just shot from the hip. And he fired, emptied his clip, 20 rounds. 20 rounds he fired. And the Vietcong, he hit the ground dead. The rest of the men carefully moved in then and checked it out. And he'd killed that Vietcong for sure. But he only hit him once. He fired 20 rounds as he brought the gun across, and only one round hit and killed that Vietcong. He said, I have nightmares to this very day all about that type of thing. One shot, and if I'd have missed, he would have killed me and maybe a good share of the rest of the men. Yeah. Yeah. He was an excellent teacher, and he was a teacher for 10 years. I said 10 years. And then one day a hood started causing trouble in his classroom, and more than disrespecting him, and he lost a little bit of control, and he grabbed that kid and he threw him against the wall. Threw him against the wall. Well, the school board had no mercy for him, and so they fired that teacher, and he was gone from a job that he really enjoyed and wanted to do for the rest of his life. But things go on. He got another job with a different company, nothing to do with teaching, and he did quite well for the rest of his life, I'm here to tell you. But be that as it may, that's one of the stories in Southwest Nebraska. But there are 9,999 more. Thank you for your time.